Aloha everyone, thanks for stopping by. Today I just wanted to show a Hawaiian tropical inspired gift tag that I created. Gonna start with a Tim Holtz tag and just blend on some Tim Holtz Distress Vintage Photo Ink. I'm just gonna blend it on the whole tag here. Get a nice even layer of ink here. So just going over it. Sorry. It's okay if it's a little lighter on the inside. I'm going to be putting the focal point right there. And I just wanted to mention I did speed this up just a bit. I normally don't go that fast. And then here I'm going to use a background lattice stamp that I have in my stash. I'm going to use that with Distress Oxide ink, Tim Holtz. I believe I'm going to use the peeled paint. I should show it here in just a second. And I'm just taking the pad and I'm inking it up with the stamp laying down. Oh, there, peeled paint. It's easier that way, so I can see how much ink is on the stamp. And then I'm just gonna stamp it in a couple of random areas just to get the nice little lattice look on the tag there. And I just want to clean up the surface so that don't transfer any kind of ink to the tag. Alright, and I'm going to just take my heat tool and heat up the ink so I don't get any weird blending between the ink colors here. It's going so fast. I don't move that fast normally when I'm crafting. So there you can see a little bit of the oxidation in the peeled paint distress ink, but it'll oxidize a lot more when I add water. So here I have a little stamp that I have in my stash. It's just like all these flourishes. I'm not sure whose stamp set that is, but it's a really nice little stamp set I've had in my collection for a couple of years. Using the Distress Oxide Fired Brick, I'm going to just stamp up the image once, and I'm going to just continue to use first generation, second generation, third, fourth, just keep going until there's no more ink left on the stamp. And I'm just kind of figuring out where I want to position the flourishes. Okay, and that's it for that. I'm going to wipe up my area again just to make sure there's no transfer of ink and, you know, smudge my project. So now I'm going to do a little spray. In the little distress, not the distress, sorry, in the mini mister. Sorry about that. So in the mini mister, I have this nice golden bronze spray that I got. So I'm just misting it from at least 6 inches above. And here I'm just gonna heat set it. And this is where you can really see where it just gets oxidized. where it looks really like chalky and antique, and the gold bronze from the spray just really comes out here. It's just gorgeous. I'm gonna just do a little sampling. You could see a little bit of the oxidation with the bronze gold shimmer. So I use the Sizzix Tim Holtz die set right here, the tropical die set. I don't remember what the name of it is. But I used the Monstera leaf cutout, and I cut it in 2 different shades of green out of cardstock, and then I cut the hibiscus flower out as well. I die cut it, and then I just sponged on some vintage photo distress ink on the edges of the hibiscus, and then just rolled the tips of the hibiscus flower to give it a little bit more of like a 3D pop. And those are the little pieces that you get to cut out as well with the hibiscus flower. I took a die here for you, and I just cut that out of some black cardstock. And I'm gonna glue everything down with the multi-medium matte glue, and I'm gonna first put the sentiment on, get that placement on there, and then I can arrange the floral pieces on the tag. I'm gonna use the matte multi-medium here. And place that right at the bottom area, right in the center. Just really pretty how much it pops off of that tag because it's that nice black die cut. I'm gonna just put a acrylic block to kind of put some pressure on to keep it from moving around and to dry. Next, I'm gonna just take the multi-medium and just place glue at the edges of the petals, and then just in the center of the hibiscus flower, because in the middle, since I curled it, it's gonna leave a little bit of a dimension, and it's not gonna the middle parts of the flower isn't gonna touch the tag at all. So just gonna put the placement here of the hibiscus, and I kind of like it overlapping just a little. And I'm going to take my Monstera leaves and I'm going to place them behind the hibiscus flower. And because I use the liquid glue, it takes a little bit, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to be able to lift up the petals of the flower and then push those leaves in place there. And I like the different layering of, you know, the leaf on top of the hibiscus flower and underneath as well. Just gonna add a little glue there because I was lifting it so much it wasn't sticking as nicely as I wanted it to. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more of the liquid glue there. And now I'm just gonna put a little dab of the liquid glue actually right in the center of the hibiscus so that I can just add the middle part of the flower there. Pops into place so nicely. Okay. And I did want to mention, since it's a tag with the leaves hanging off the side like that, it's gonna be totally fine because you're just gonna put it on a gift bag or something. Then I'm just gonna take the stem part and just add a little dab of glue in the middle and attach the stem to the hibiscus flower there. I'm going to apply pressure just for a bit, just to make sure that it stays and doesn't wiggle around and move around. And that is it for this tag. Nice little tag. You can add some twine or hemp or jute at the top and attach it to a gift bag.